Select board meeting of the town of Rutland. This is Tuesday, the 16th of December. We have 4 members with us tonight. Clerk Hathaway, Joe Denardo, Marcia, and Matt Getty. Karen Russell called me earlier. She is ill, so will not be attending. Please rise and join me for your pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. We have the select board minutes for our regular meeting 2 weeks ago, December 2nd, and our budget meeting on December 9th. We'll start with December 2nd. We had me, Joe, Sharon, and Matt.
Kurt was here after, he just came late.
Oh, okay.
He was a little late. He missed a fun and activity at the beginning. Yeah.
I'm gonna add his name.
Move to move, second.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the minutes. Because these are I have one suggestion for an addition, and that's about 2/3 of the way down where at Dumas, said number 3, the police committee met recently and approved a plan for the holiday directed patrols to be funded by using up to $5,040 out of the Cortina fund for 2 weeks. Is that everybody okay with that? Okay. All right, with that, any other changes? If not, all in favor of approving the minutes of December 2nd, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries 4-0, 1 absent. Okay, December 9th, this is our budget meeting. We have all of us present. Is there a motion to approve? Motion's been made and seconded to approve. Any additions, deletions, corrections, and so on? If not, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 4-0 with 1 not present. Okay. Approval of the orders. Let's see. I've seen them, Matt's seen them, Joe's seen them. Looks like Kurt is. Okay, very good. Is there a motion?
I move to approve.
Motion's been made to approve the orders. Is there a second?
No.
Any discussion? If not, all in favor of approving the orders, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 4-0 with 1 not present. Are there any board member announcements? Update from the Selectboard Chair. I got nothing. Questions from the floor or public comments? Thank you. Anyone wish to speak, either in the room or on the screen, who is not otherwise on the agenda? If not, moving right along. Mike Rowe, Town Rec Director.
How are you all?
We're good.
Happy holidays. We won't meet again until after the holidays. Is that correct?
So
After
Christmas, then
Well, before New Year's. Yeah. Okay. Couple things. Basketball is in full swing. It's great. The schedules have been out. I will get a copy to Bill, so you can post them online so that grandma, grandpa, aunts, and uncles go check out the games, which start on the 3rd of January. For those that want to go do that. We will have 4 teams, 1 for each grade level. 1 for each level, which is great. We've been lacking a little bit with the girls lately, and now we are back up. So that's great news. The ice rink, I've been spending a lot of time getting that ready, and it is ready to skate However, Mother Nature's going to play a big role on Thursday and Friday. So all that we ask is that if you do choose to skate, there is a sign that says, make sure the ice is safe before you just don't put your skates on and run out there. You might make 1 or 2 steps and then be stuck. Hopefully not. So please just check the ice before you go out there, but feel free to use the rink down at school. And then the last thing I have was our senior luncheon today. They were very much appreciative. We had about 30, what did I say, Mary? About 35? About 35 in attendance at the school for a nice chicken and biscuits meal. And that went very well. So a big kudos to the kitchen staff at Rutland Town School for cooking the meal and all the kids that helped out. And of course, our jazz band at school, which played a great variety of music and sounded fantastic as always. And it was a fun time had by all.
Excellent.
And that's all I have, unless you guys have anything from me.
Anything for Mike?
No.
Thank you very much.
So,
All right, Dave Sears, Road Commissioner.
Good evening, everybody. No, that's been our driving force. It's the 15th of December and we've already got 12 calls for contractors.
Out of 40?
40, yeah. Right now.
Sure.
Yeah, we're doing pretty well. Joe had asked a couple weeks ago about the fuel tank. The fuel tank is in at the shop. Just waiting for an electrician to come and wire it up. Getting there. I talked to Robert Clark last week and he said he was going to send the final bill, next to final bill for the South End Sewer project. They found some punch list stuff that they're holding back like 16,000. I don't believe we've seen the bill. I hadn't seen it before I left work today. So that should be coming. And on the subject of the car wash, if we brought pictures,
Mhm.
here we go. This is awesome.
So there is a proposed letter. Bill, you haven't sent it, right? It's
Not yet.
Okay. And
So this is
there we are.
this is the manhole outside of the car wash on Diamond Run Place. They're the only one on it. In the bottom corner, you can see the little yellow thing. That's the little basket we have in there to stop the trash from going down the line. On the week before, I called A1 to have them come clean this up because I could feel the sludge in the bottom. We had a bar we put down in there and you could feel the sludge. And that's basically from the thing being backed up for months and months and months and sludge accumulated. They went down and cleaned it. They couldn't find the basket. But on Tuesday, they cleaned it. So they took out a bunch of bottles and cans and crap. This picture's on Friday.
Okay, wait. So there's 2 pictures here
Okay,
that we're looking
so you can go to the next picture.
at. All right.
That is Friday morning.
Okay, that's after.
After Tuesday, it was cleaned. All the bottles and cans and crap came out of it. It still wasn't flowing because they didn't know where the outlet of the manhole was. So it had a bunch of sludge on top of it. We actually had A1 come in and jet up from Route 7. So they jetted up to the manhole, got all that sludge and crap out of there, and then came up and sucked this down and cleaned it up all around the basket and everything. So it's flowing now. But that's all of the stuff that was in there Friday after it was cleaned on Tuesday. And then Uno Mas, there's the stuff. The stuff at the top is a white plastic bag, a trash bag. That if that comes over that rack, I don't care what's in there. It's going to stop. So, talked to Bill, and we went through the sewer regulations for the town. He drafted this letter. So if you guys could give him the thumbs up to ship this and whatever else you would like to add to it would be much appreciated, because this is an ongoing problem that
I just wondered if we ought to put something in here to let them know they're the only ones on that line.
Yeah, I was looking for that.
Just
First sentence.
first sentence.
Exclusively.
Okay, thank you. I missed that.
Okay.
We're all thinking the same, so that they know that they can't come back and say, oh, well, you know, it's somebody else's fault.
Is there a
But
motion
the
to,
basket is still there, right?
basket is still in there, yes.
And nobody's removed it or
Nope,
something,
it's still in there.
and it's doing its job.
And when we left last Friday, it was flowing nicely. We didn't make it down there this week, but
motion
it's
to
only Tuesday.
approve the letter?
Second.
Motion's made and seconded. Discussion? Not all in favor of sending this letter, please say aye. Aye. Motion carries 4-0 with one absent. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And the last thing that I have, I got a notification the other day of a grant opportunity through VTrans, and it's a 2026 small scale local highway safety improvement program. So the things that are allowed, so it's a 5,000, it's a no match. They just give you money between $5,000 and $50,000. The things that are allowed are curve signage. It's basically for road safety stuff. Curve signage, including chevrons, delineators, and advanced warning signs. Intersection signage, such as stop signs, yield signs, advanced warning. Edge line striping, stop bar, crosswalk painting. Rumble strips, replacement of damaged or deteriorated guardrail. No new installations, has to be replacing old stuff. Or fixed object removal like trees or ledge or something like that, and a janky corner that people can't see around. I sat through an informational meeting, Teams meeting this morning to go over this stuff. And Bill and I had talked about maybe we could get some money for Simon's Avenue, and that is not allowed because it doesn't end under these things.
Because you've already fixed the guardrail.
Right. Well, no, I was talking about the redesign of Simon's Avenue.
Oh,
Now
okay.
it's,
A T intersection instead of the
Alright.
slip lane.
but not allowed. So these are the things that they are permitting. Again, it's no match, 5,000, 50,000
The signage, is that new signs or can you,
replacing.
so if we had a bunch of,
The sidewalk striping going up Chisana to complete. That's eligible, right? Isn't that's striping?
I believe. Worth a shot, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's,
I guess we
I
could,
don't know how that would, because it's striping, but we striping
Just striping the edge of the road to make it
Sidewalk,
into a
I-
sidewalk.
I mean, we could throw it at them. If they take it, they take it. Because in the meeting, they were like, well, some of these things we hadn't really thought of and they're not really allowed, but maybe we could do it next year or something. So we
Get
need
it in.
probably
stuff
something
down.
like crosswalk lights we want out here for this crosswalk wouldn't be eligible.
Let's try Chisana, because that's what we're not gonna put really money into it. We're not gonna rebuild the thing, but we'd always talked about, well, Byron always talked about line striping the sidewalk. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so this application has to be in by February 2nd. So if anybody comes up with anything that they can't think of right now and they want to shoot it at me and we can put together some kind of we don't have to have like a quote from a painting contractor.
Okay.
That's as easy as calling L&D and saying, what do you guys get per foot to do this? And we just do some number crunching. And they said if it comes in a little bit high over what you asked for, then we can adjust. They seem very,
So we've talked about these crosswalk lights out here.
Mhm.
But I don't know if that would be,
I
I didn't hear it anywhere in your list, but I
Yeah,
don't know if that's something they might not have thought of.
And again, I can throw it at them. From what it said, from the way it sounded, it wasn't anything mechanical. It wasn't anything new. It was a lot of replacement stuff. Or, redoing, or, the other one I thought about was, a couple of years ago, people were talking about having Grove Street fog lined. I'm not sure why that was, or if that's even still a want or a desire. It's
was a speed thing, but I don't think it ever worked on East Pittsford Road. It's supposed to narrow the lane, slow the
Right.
traffic. They just drive on the fog line faster.
Or they drive in the middle of the road and don't care.
That's right, they have a better target.
Yeah.
But yeah, if anybody comes up with anything along the way, you think, oh yeah, I should have thought of that, just shoot it to me and
Okay,
I'll stuff it in,
Good.
see what we get.
good.
That's where I am.
Highway committee, anything?
We do need some sort of committee meeting.
After Christmas, in between week,
Well,
or sooner.
the Hitzel Terrace thing is starting to come to the surface. Bill's had a couple conversations with,
They're very, very ready to meet with us.
Oh,
Ah,
yeah,
Are any of the other ones talking at all?
Yeah.
Okay. That's something.
so this is our public.
but these are the guys, these are the ones that are really in the crosshairs now.
Yeah, the other ones with the.
The other ones will be, but as we talked about, this is a,
Gotta be something page report from them. That's it, they're there and
So this will be our other hat.
yes,
Okay. Any idea?
I'm open. I got,
Are they flexible, I wonder?
I told them that the committee meeting schedule was at the discretion of the committee members, like when their schedules allow, so.
Okay.
I'll let them know when it was decided.
Someday it's not snowing, it's not hauling salt.
yeah, right?
Well, that doesn't leave a lot.
Not really.
Did you
I can
guys
fill it in.
also want to come up with
Midnights.
some language for the ballot for the equipment request?
Yeah.
And what is it?
Excavate.
It's an
Is the excavator and trailer that we had put numbers for last year, and then we, in lieu of buying an excavator and a trailer, we reclaimed East Pittsford Road. And I'm not sure that was all that successful, but it's got new tarp there.
Okay.
10 million boulders. Oh my God.
Okay, if there's nothing else,
All I got.
thank you very
All
much.
right. Thank you guys. Merry Christmas to everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Yep.
See you on the other side.
Chris Clark, Town Fire Chief.
Yeah.
Big things tonight. That's it. JJ Brown today. Got our generator at Center Rutland. How to get it on a stand. There's plenty of wire. Remember, we were gonna raise it up.
Yeah.
Plenty of wire in there. You just need some kind of stand, concrete, whatever you guys wanna build it. I don't know what kind of stand a generator goes on, so.
The wires might come up beside it so they wouldn't have to go through the base.
No, they're not in the cement now, so. And there's plenty of room in the conduit to run another wire for the heater that's
Okay.
in there currently.
Did he think that where it is part of the problem, or he didn't really have any idea about the water getting into things?
He thinks it needs to be raised up.
Okay. Cause
He recommended 8 inches at least, but I said I'd ask. I know what your plan was, so.
you could precast a block of cement somewhere and then have it, Dave and boys bring it over and drill some holes and pin it together. It's not like it's gonna go anywhere. The problem is it's such a small amount that either gotta mix it by hand or pay an arm and a leg, unless you could find a precast whatever block.
Yeah, they make them like
Right.
the precast pads for the generator, so you might be able to stack one or
I'll have to look at it, see how big the generator is, and
I didn't measure.
I've,
The only thing we'd have to do is call Procter Gas because the gas lines just needs to be extended.
Yeah.
Just a longer nipple on it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that would sound like a big
The
deal.
fact that it's propane shouldn't be the problem.
No.
There's some other issues.
So
I mean, I've seen them up in Killington, they set them on 6 feet of waste blocks, but a waste block would look a little janky over there. Do something a little bit nicer than that.
so is
Painted wastewater.
do you have any money
Well,
in
they have the ribs on them, so it's kind
there any money in the generator fund so
of,
that there is
there's some.
can we take it out of that instead of the fire department fund
Do
or
we know how much it is?
I have no idea.
Okay. But that's a suggestion. When you
Yeah.
find out, we'll.
And that's something we should do sooner than later, though. We find a precast block and set it on there and then get JJ to do the work.
Righty.
Because you're gonna need to get that heater in. For
Yeah.
this kind of weather.
Yeah. All right. So the other thing was the
Yeah.
initiation fund. I think you have a booklet there.
Um, this is to participate in, it's 2C, 2D, number 1, and 2D, number 2.
What's that?
This is the proposed increase of the depreciation fund from 1 3/4 cent to 2 cents. So up a quarter.
Engine 3. We kind of asked, but the following year we said, what would this truck cost now? Following year, and they said it was going to be 6% more. So that's where we kind of got these projected vehicle cost numbers.
Okay.
Not that we'd buy one from there again, you know, but that's, you know, roughly what we're looking at. So when engine 2 on the last page, you have a sheet of replacements. And if you look at the first one, it says 2941 is actually next.
Yeah.
But my opinion, that doesn't not need to be replaced. It doesn't get used a ton. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. And engine 2 is more important.
On the original schedule, engine 2 would be scheduled to be replaced in what, 2031?
Yeah,
That would be its 24 years.
it would be.
And
32.
It'll
41 would be in 29.
right.
Yeah.
Engine 2 is going to be cutting it close.
Because you were forced to replace engine 1
Right.
and then
Engine 3.
to replace engine 3 or
Engine 2 has been a good truck for years, but
2000 and something.
the salt, it's just, you know, Dave's putting too much on the road.
So how did we end up starting with a deficit? Yeah, why is it red? 2025.
That's if we bought a vehicle this year.
Oh, but we're not going to.
So the numbers, Chris, where it says projected vehicle costs and you have them every year, is that for a specific truck to be bought this year
That's
or not?
that was just the engine 3 builder.
Okay.
That
And then you.
we just
projected
went
that
by what
cost
engine
going
3
forward.
cost. Yeah, and plus 6%. Since they were the last builder we had.
6% each year to whatever the next one is.
Right.
Yeah, and that was the most expensive truck at the time.
Yeah,
I was,
it
when
was.
I looked at this originally and I said, when the hell are you gonna be buying a truck every year for? But now.
No.
I understand
It was just,
your
math,
thought
you know.
process, yeah. 'Cause
So if we're not buying anything this year, don't we need to redo the numbers?
well,
well,
if you
yeah,
look at 2031.
Yeah.
It's 1.2.
but you wouldn't have spent any money.
We wouldn't have
Right.
spent any money.
Money, so
correct.
you should have a positive balance.
Right,
Yeah.
we'll have a positive.
Right,
Correct.
Yeah.
My point is, in 2032, we'll have plenty of money to buy the next engine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
After that,
is when
if we
it,
keep it at 1 3/4, there won't be nearly enough money to buy the
Because with the 8 trucks, you're replacing one every 3 years.
right.
Theoretically.
And personally, I think that it's gonna go by the wayside just with the cost of trucks, unfortunately.
You're gonna have to try to keep them longer.
I think so.
So.
Keep it as long as we possibly can.
That's something we've been in the news periodically.
Couple trucks,
Yeah, figure out, you might have had to, because,
long term.
yeah, the,
So Matt wanted to say something.
Well, I think maybe we're on the same page, but I mean,
Yeah.
this issue keeps coming up in the news. Fire departments were in the news again the other day for, I think it's software expenses.
Mhm.
I mean, we have to start looking at other ways of doing things cooperatively with neighboring departments, because it's gonna be impossible for everybody to maintain all their own toys.
It
It
is.
seems like, but
that's been out there since volunteer fire, and
Mhm.
part of it's the cost of replacing equipment, part of it's manpower. One of the things that drove the town to, go from where it originally started with 2 pumpers and 2 tankers is where we started. Right now, Center or McKinley has as much water on the trucks that are there as the town started out with in 1968. So the evolution to, I think, part of it's driven by, ISO and the ability to pump so much water for the worst case scenario in town. When the original plan was put together, the town had 3, well, I had 2 1,000 gallon a minute pumpers and I think 115, 11250 at the time. But as we have replaced the trucks, the town has gone to 1,500 gallons. So what might change and drive us into a different direction would be we can meet the requirements. Say if the highest gallons per minute on the worst building in town was 3,500 gallons per minute. So 2 trucks will do 3,000. You need that third one. And they look at if you had, a truck down or something, and that ISO rating is what helps your insurance. So if you can meet some of these standards, it helps to keep the town's insurance rate for fire insurance down. But because we have done some things by increasing the size, at some point, one of the, maybe engine 4, when it's replaced, would be with just a straight tanker and eliminate that pump, because you've got 3 other 1,500 gallon pumpers. The rescue truck, which is engine 3, is one of the trucks that really needs to have both water and a pump on it. And that was learned a hard way by, another fire department years ago, where they had their rescue tools on a utility truck with thing, and they arrived at a motor vehicle accident and the vehicles were on fire. And their first response was the engine with or the truck with the jaws and all the rescue tools, and it had no water. So that's why the town adopted their policy of going with a pumper with the tools on it. So there are some things that could be done
Yeah. You can
depending on,
So, well, I'm not just looking at this because we're starting with a deficit for, but we didn't purchase anything this year. I think I'd like to see a different spreadsheet.
I think the quarter cent,
And then maybe the fire committee can take a look.
I think
We
a
have
quarter
time.
cent,
Yeah, we have time.
raise is appropriate due to the cost, the increased cost. Because when we raised it the last time, it was for the same reason.
Mhm.
The accelerating cost of vehicles wasn't it just wasn't keeping up with it. And so, and from the last truck I purchased in 2014 till now, engine 4 was 365 or 75,000. And then you buy one that, it's $750,000. Well, actually the next one was engine 1, which is $500,000. So in just a couple, 3 years, it's just unbelievable the cost.
Yeah,
So, but,
Go down.
so
No.
that, I mean, but we do have
Yeah.
time to get this,
right,
take a look,
but,
and redo the schedule and then, because I want a good, if we're gonna make this pitch, I want to be able to pitch from a schedule that shows what we're actually planning
I mean,
on
you
doing.
could project what replacing your next engine would be based on those numbers.
Yep.
Yeah, if you took engine 1, when you
Fire
purchased
committee.
that was 500 something thousand,
Like 500.
555 or 5.
Yeah, something like that.
560.
Right. And then you figured a 5% increase till 2031 when engine, I wouldn't use 3 as your background because 3 is a specialized truck and it's got, that rescue truck is different than the other. Then you could use engine 1's replacement and then figure the cost increases till you get to 31 and you'll find that truck's going to be somewhere between 750 and probably 900 to replace.
Yeah.
Because you won't have quite some of the specialty stuff you need about
Right.
3. And that would be a good base for it, but
All right. So
But-
maybe a little
it's staggering.
do and meet with fire and we'll see.
Might
Yep.
have to go
Okay.
back to commercial chassis too. See if-
Alrighty.
Chassis.
Anything else for the chief?
That's all I got.
Okay. Good. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Chris.
Happy holidays. Thank you.
Quiet.
Yeah, that's pretty. Ed Dumas, town police chief.
Holidays and birthdays, Rose never expected me to be around.
Right.
I don't have too much tonight. Bill was kind enough to do
Oh, yes, that's also in our packet.
the quarter cent and the half cent increase.
All right, this is 2A and 2B. This is, oh, yeah, skip 2A. That's just present value of what's in it. 2B is what the police department is looking at.
Mhm.
And this, of course, doesn't take into account that we've talked about replacing the next vehicle from the Cortina fund. So that would, if we do that in 2026, there wouldn't be any withdrawal from the depreciation fund. So same,
So the committee discussion on this was, I think we determined we had put this off a year.
I think so.
Was that?
Yeah.
Okay. More in favor of staying ahead of this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, because we're due up in 26, but then we're not due up again for 28, 29. So we have a fiscal year gap.
okay. So no request for an increase for the depreciation fund for police department this on March 2026 balance. Everybody okay with that?
Mhm.
Okay. All right, takes care of that one.
Last couple days have been interesting. We had Ted on, thanks to the fire department. They showed up and helped us out. So we're still trying to figure out what happened. Rough idea. Figure it out.
The road was dry this morning, wasn't it?
It was yesterday morning. It was dry and it was cold.
Yeah,
And today we had a burglary in one of the towns. 5:30 this morning, they broke in.
what happened?
Somebody broke into one of our buildings. Into
One of the businesses.
One of the businesses on Woodstock Avenue
Okay,
before, so. We're working on that too.
okay,
We also had a stolen truck that was from Utah. Somebody left the key out and somebody borrowed the key. It went to Florida, it came back to New York.
Oh.
And it was found today by Fairhaven in Granville PD.
Oh,
And yeah, the truck's no more and it's a mess. So yeah, it happened over in New York.
In New
so-
York.
but not-
Okay.
Not our issue.
that's what.
good plan.
Yeah.
Somebody put some miles on that
Yeah,
thing.
really.
Yeah.
Your holiday patrols,
Yes.
okay,
So yeah, I call up Mary and spoke to her about extending our holiday patrols to Christmas Eve. After that, we'd stop. We had a lot of good comments from the folks down there. Glad to see the blue lights down there during the shopping times. Last time we had an issue down there, it was Christmas Eve when an older woman was rolled by fine residents of Rutland City. So when we're down there, it's not an issue anymore. So
so we police committee quickly caucused. And if we did 2 more weeks, for not to exceed $5,040 to come from Cortina Fund. That would bring you through the Christmas holiday.
Yes.
Is there a motion?
So move.
Motion's made. And seconded. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor, please say aye.
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 Thank you.
Motion carries 4-0. Thanks for patrolling.
I have, go,
No.
I have just one other thing, executive session when we get done, just real quick, short.
Okay.
It's a personnel matter.
I had two pretty brief executive session things too. So
Okay.
anything else for open session for our police department? Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Sit in the back of the room. We'll do up there. All right, Marcia Chioffi.
Good evening, everyone. I really don't have, much to say. We're kind of gearing down to closing up all of the active files that we have right now. And that's about it. If anyone has
Okay.
any questions for me.
Yeah, any questions? I know you did a good report when we were going over our budget last week, so thank you for that.
You're welcome.
All right, if there's nothing, thank you very much, Marcia.
You're welcome. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Yep.
Kari Clark, Town Clerk and Treasurer.
Good evening.
Good evening.
The only thing I have is the approval of a liquor license that I left on your desk.
Yes, indeed. This is for first class liquor license. This is for the Maple Angus. Actually, doing business as the Maple Angus, it looks like. So let's see, it is. Yeah, first class restaurant bar. Looking at the chief, these guys all okay? No issue. Is there a motion?
Second.
Motion's made and seconded to approve. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 4-0 with one absent. 1625, and we can all sign it. Okay. Anything else, Kari?
No, I don't have anything else. I know you guys, on the bottom of the agenda, you were going to talk about the pre-town meeting date.
Oh,
so
yes.
I'll stay on for that
okay. Very good.
I need to chime in, but that's all I have.
Okay. Thank you, Kari. Anything for Kari? If not, next is Mike Delehanty. Doesn't look like he's on. Joe Denardo, Public Safety Building Clerk.
Nothing specific. I do want to look into with the PD and fire department regarding the, talking about a radio specific for the, PD, the UHF system.
Oh, right.
for them.
Okay.
And, at some point, I don't know, maybe after the holidays or something, we'll get together with Chris and, Ed and Ted and anybody else, and we'll come up with an idea.
Okay.
And I am not fond of filling any holes in the roof. Just so you know.
You and me, both.
So I did make had a couple of conversations today with people about some alternative ideas, and I think we can do something different, but if you guys are okay with that. Yeah. Police department needs a radio. So for no other reason than just to have it.
Well, that's a compelling argument. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think Kari, if we leave the liquor license, you're the one who deals with it, right? We'll put it on top of the orders we just approved.
Okay.
Thank you. Alrighty. Anything else for Kari? She'll come back later as we're discussing. All right. And Joe, no, it was Joe. Any questions for Joe? No. John Paul? I don't think he's on. Larry Dell Veneri. Well, Barbara Noyes polling is not on. She's, her significant other is having surgery, so that takes care of that. Larry, no? Bill Sweet, town administrator.
Bill's not here either.
All the experience.
Evening.
Good evening.
So the only other thing in your packet tonight was the updated copy of the budget sheets from last week. So those include all of the additions, changes, deletions, modifications, everything's in there.
Okay.
On the front of it was the totals page to show you everything where we are so far. So that's that. And the pre-town meeting date, I think Tim is on from the school too. So
Okay.
I got just after the board meeting last week, I got the schedule from the printer for the town report, and we cannot meet on the 27th.
Too late.
That's too late. So our options are we're down to the Tuesday or Wednesday, the 20th or the 21st of January. Those are the latest we can do it.
When is the deadline to get it to the printer?
The 22nd.
Oh, okay. So we should
So
probably
that's-
try and do it the 20th.
Yeah, that'd be better.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Tuesday, January 20th?
And we can't do it. So we can't do it the week before. I think Kari was saying we can't do it the week before because that's the deadline for people for things to get onto the ballot.
Yeah,
So we're really locked into like 2 days.
okay.
The 20th.
Kari, you're hearing this discussion. You okay with Tuesday, the 20th?
Yes, I'm perfectly fine with that.
Is that the day then, folks? Okay. I think that's so. A motion to, set the date. Motion's made and seconded. Tuesday, January 20th for our pre-town meeting. Is that, what time do we do it usually?
The first one's at 7.
That's Tim.
School board is probably first. And
Yeah, school board would be first.
they usually start at 7.
No, I think they start at 6.
6?
If they go first, they start earlier because we would typically have the board meeting at 6 and run concurrently. So it'll start at 6 with the school.
Because I thought last year we were first and we started at 7. But
There
doesn't
was
matter.
something weird, yes.
But anyway,
Yeah.
5 o'clock would be all right with me. If they're gonna be first.
So,
It's all up to you. I don't know if Tim wants to chime in or not, but that's where we're at. So
6 is still needed.
6 o'clock. Okay.
so I'm looking, when is our select board meeting?
The 13th and the 27th.
13th. 27th,
So we
okay.
won't have a meeting. We just gotta show up for
Just-
their-
Yeah,
the town department heads to
the town, and watch the town department heads
give their
present their
federal
budgets.
budgets,
And the fire chief is feeling ill.
We'll have a lot of
And so,
Moral
Tim
support.
Hammond, what time?
Yeah,
Please.
I believe the school board will do the 6 o'clock slot and then you guys will follow, if I understand that correctly.
Yeah.
We'll probably hold our meetings a little before that. I'd say 95% or so where we kind of want to be on our budget, but we'll just kind of clean it up so that we can present it at 6 o'clock. And if everything's kind of all clear, then we'll move forward from there. So we'll hold our normal meeting at 5 is my guess. Once I clear it with the rest of the party, and then 6 o'clock we'll do the pre-town, and then you guys will follow us up right after. So
Right, okay.
Does
So
that
we
work?
could be earlier than,
it'll be when they're done. Yeah.
it's when they're finished.
I'm guessing it'll be 7.
All right. Did we just vote on that?
Yes. 6.
I don't maintain it.
Okay. We did, right?
Aye.
Aye, we just, motion to set pre-town meeting for Tuesday, the 20th, beginning with the school board at 6. All in favor? Aye. Okay, 4, 0, and 1 absent. And I think that's it for that.
excellent. All right, well, thank you guys. Appreciate that.
Thank you. Okay.
And on the topic of town report, since I have all the department heads in one location, Mike wins the award. He's already got his in. He had his in like a week and a half ago. But department head reports, are appreciated whenever they're ready, as well as anybody else that contributes.
Definite before the 22nd of January.
Well, I mean, you kind of run a little low on
Better
time. So
stipulate that way.
the school, there's a lot of stuff the school provides, but they're going to be really short on timing to get their stuff into me too. So
Okay.
it's going to be a tight timeline. But we'll get it in there.
Okay.
And I think, so, and you wanted to add the tax rate calculation this year?
Yes, please. We did put it in one year, or at least we certainly talked about it. I think it should
Yeah,
go.
so that's fine. That's
Yeah.
just, it's not a big deal.
It's only one
And
page,
I
yeah.
talked to Andrew last night. He's going to get me the town report
Required,
versions
yes.
of the reports that we need to put in there. So we'll get all that.
Good.
Yeah, so
For the next several meetings, come prepared to look beautiful so we can take
a new picture would be
select
nice.
board picture.
A new picture would be nice.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we've had one, so.
Got a clean shirt on tonight.
Yeah.
So start.
Lost opportunity.
What about, now let's see, it was there and we talked and then it's gone, but there was something I wanted to think that, all right, if it comes back, I'll
Okay.
remember.
So there's that. And Fire District 5. So Fire District 5, I got a call from their president last week who said they all met with their engineer, and they have a very long report, which I have a copy of, which I have not looked at, but we have it. So they are very interested in wanting to know how fast can we meet. I'm like you're calling me with information, so I got to get people together. So they're all hot to trot, but we'll get that squared away. And so when we come up with a time and a date, I'll let them know and see when they can get here.
That's for the full board of public safety.
Public works,
yeah.
Yeah, no, they wanted to come present this to the whole board. I'm like,
No,
that's not going to be a good plan.
We trust our public works
So
committee.
I told them how the process would usually tend to go, and that's what they ultimately finally agreed to.
Mhm.
And last thing I have is I would like to get a new cell phone on our plan for myself. There are more and more security things that require a second level or third level of authentication, and more and more it's all on my personal phone.
Yes, it is.
So I did with a plan we have with Verizon, it would cost about $200 for the phone and $450 a year for service.
Right.
And then I would have a separate phone number for that, because my personal phone is going to use an awful lot lately. So, but there's just a lot of background things that I have to do it. So it's just, that's it. So
Pretty similar to what we did for highway.
well, rec, highway, fire, yeah, they'll have them, but yeah, it's the same kind of thing. It's not,
I hate that double authentication thing, but
well,
it's true, so.
it is,
It's a pain.
there's been a couple times where people have gotten messages that they didn't originate, and that's
Yeah.
exactly why it's there. So that's,
So where do you think it can come out of the budget?
it'll just come out of, town hall telephone. Like it's not relatively speaking, it's not a very large expense. We have money in new equipment for
We've got
that.
it, so we really don't even need to vote on it.
No, just, that is everything I have.
I don't know,
Did you remember?
bond numbers. Do we need to have bond numbers to present to people so they'll be able to understand? Because the bond number is going to show up on their tax bills, or have they shown up? Bonds.
Show up until,
Then,
Because they show up on the next budget.
yeah, they'll be on this next budget, right?
Right.
Oh,
No.
one will. Center's got one
oh,
more.
it'll, no, didn't we talk about not including?
Going around.
Well, at some point, that's gotta be
It
out there.
shows up in the town report itself on a separate page,
Yeah, not in a budget sheet.
not in a budget.
No.
No, I
maybe-
didn't mean, I just figured that we should,
And then it
it's-
should, okay.
yeah, well, people are gonna start paying the bonds in
Yes.
September of 2026, am I not? Is that, I think that's the
They've
schedule.
already started.
We have?
Yeah.
And where is it on our tax bill? Or where is it?
Well, it's also on our spreadsheet where we set the tax.
Yeah, see, I just don't know what,
And that's why, one of the reasons why we want to get that in the town report.
I just want people to be able to see the bond for what's left on center, because I think there's like 8 or 9 years or something like that. It's 11 years out on a 20-year bond.
We should just have, written down on a piece of paper for.
Somewhere.
You can refer to
Don't
it.
necessarily need it on a budget sheet, just so we can tell people per town meeting.
Because I thought that the bonds used to show up on your tax bill. You get your regular, with your property tax, your school tax, and then the bond amount for
Also, one of the lines.
You're right.
Yeah, I think it is, yeah.
And I don't know, I didn't look, I just look at the bottom number. I don't look at the individuals. Kari, do you know how that would work? If you're still listening, please.
I'm still listening. If you remember last week, we were talking about that line and, we aren't going to put it in the budget, correct? That's what was voted on. But
Right.
the money is always showing up on our tax rate spreadsheet that we do in the summertime. It does not show, nor has it since I've been there, and I don't believe prior, that is on the tax bill. It's within the calculations of
We
the
haven't,
tax.
but we haven't been paying a bond that I know of.
We've been paying the interest and principal for several years.
Right, but out of reserved funds, so we weren't taxing. This will be the first year, I believe, with 26, 27 budget the bond will be paid by taxes. And that's what the difference, I think, will be.
Right, but that's still usually on the tax rate sheet.
Right.
It's just gotta show up somewhere so that people will know that my taxes went up this much per year because, so there'll be a number that everybody pays on their taxes that is for the bonds. So I'm not sure how that works, because it's been a long time since the town has had to pay a bond off by taxes. I
Yeah,
think the
that's
last one
not
was
gonna
the
show up
solar.
on their bill though. It's
I
not
think
gonna
it
be
shows
on the
up
bill, but it'll
in the
be,
town report.
yeah, that is easy enough to
Yeah.
do that. But it is worth a conversation in person
Yeah.
for people at pre-town meeting, sure.
Sure.
Yeah, it wouldn't show up on the tax bill, Carrie, like when you do the bills, it shows a portion, I believe, for fire, highway, police.
Yeah,
rec.
because it's not part of so each department gets, a part of the tax bill and the depreciation gets one line.
Right.
It's not something that you would put a bond on there, no.
Because I thought that's what they told us when we did Center Station, that it would show up on the tax bills, that what the amount of the bond was for each taxpayer. We don't know. It's just something to talk about, so it doesn't come back and bite you at the last minute.
Well, I think of it as if it's something we're asking the voters to approve, it shows up as a ballot item and it shows up on the budget.
Yeah.
And it shows up on our tax bill. But if have already approved it, as we've approved the bond vote,
Right.
it doesn't show up on our tax bill. We do calculate it when we do
The voters have approved both of those bonds.
Yeah.
And the payback is just,
Yeah.
there would need, just some way to explain to people.
Yeah.
All they're getting.
All right, let's see what we could come up with by pre-town meeting. I don't think we
Probably don't need it for then, but we.
for this book, yes.
Yeah, somewhere we
Okay.
need to be able to
Yeah.
explain to people what they're paying.
Okay.
Just 2 days.
Okay, we did receive a request from MSJ Academy, Project Help. This is Christmas baskets to needy families in the Rutland area. This is a project they have. This is a general solicitation letter. I don't know what we have done with it in the past. If anything,
I don't remember seeing that one.
okay, well,
We make a contribution in financial means, but I don't remember. That's from that miscellaneous account.
that's the
that you-
miscellaneous account. That's right. If we do.
I move that we donate $150 to a project.
Motion's been made and seconded to donate 150 to the MSJ Christmas Fund. Any discussion? If not, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 4-0. Approved. 12, 16,
1969 senior class.
I'm putting this in. Could you and Kari make sure you coordinate on that one? I'm sticking it in your folder.
Campus in Rutland.
We do have a couple of things. This for executive session. Do we have anything else? Any other business? Not adjournment yet, please.
So what do you want to go into executive? I thought
Okay, and I think it's all
personnel
about
matter.
personnel.
Move to go into executive session for personnel matter.
Right.
Percent.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Okay, yes,
You are back on.
we are back on the record at 7:14. Is there a motion?
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded to adjourn. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries 4-0 and 1 absent. Okay, thank you all.